And
I will be
yeah.
one to, so I will do like this. Ay, it's my face.
Yeah, you can just go there. We can make it like he's also. You can also see, the camera and stuff.
Yeah, there's the camera here.
Yeah. Uh,
This one, it's not good.
wait. It's not good. Why is it not fucking good? Alright. Oh, it's me. No, it's not good, eh? How do you fucking do this?
I'm trying you, appeal. So this one is okay? The camera is
Okay,
there.
that's good, yeah. Okay, that's fine, yeah. Looks good, thanks.
All right, let's
Try
start.
again.
Introduction and background. Can you share where you grew up and what your early life was like?
Yeah, so I'm born in Switzerland. I'm a Swiss. All my family are born, blood, 100% Swiss. And I grew up in Canada, in Quebec. When I was 4, my family immigrated to Quebec. And that's it.
When did your interest in aviation first begin? Was there a specific moment or event that inspired you to become a pilot?
Yeah. You cannot just talk normal,
When did
just like you talk to me. No, you're not forcing yourself. No. It should be just, relax also.
I kind
Like
of
relax also. Hey, no one fucking judge. I don't give a fuck what people say about me. So you should not give a fuck about what people say about you. Just talk like you talk. That's the best, I reckon.
I'll try.
Because it seems to be very hard. It seems to be difficult. And I was
Because I'm used to like a presentation.
yeah, but no, fuck it. Just be yourself.
Okay,
Huh?
I'll try.
No, don't try. Just be yourself. Can you be yourself?
When did your interest in
Not a
aviation first
command,
begin?
but Agilius.
Yeah,
It's
I'll
not even
try.
Aquilus, it's Christopher.
It's
Ano
somebody.
yan?
Yeah, don't stop being someone else. Who are you? Maybe we should talk to you. Who are you? I'll put you in the chair. Who are you?
All right.
Yeah, so this, maybe I can introduce myself like this. Like this is more about how do I became who I became to become a pilot, and then also owning my seaplane service in Palawan. How it's to demystify someone who maybe think, oh, can I do this? So I would like to do it. I'll just simplify this to show you that yeah, you can. Everybody can do it, and that's how my story is and how it started. So let's begin.
All right. Again, on the when you
Oh,
go.
I just asked a question where I come from or where I grew up. Yeah.
All right. Can you share where you grew up and what your early life was like?
Yeah, so I grew up in Switzerland. No, I didn't think. Yeah, I didn't grow up in Switzerland. Fuck that.
You're alive.
Yeah.
You have a
Because-
viewer.
Yeah.
Hello, viewer.
Yeah, it's
There's
alright.
3.
Yeah. No, I didn't grow up. I'm born in Switzerland. I'm a Swiss, 100% Swiss blood. So we immigrated when I was 4. I immigrated to Quebec, Canada. I say Quebec because of my accent. Because some would say, yeah, you grew up in Canada, but how come you have this accent? Well, because I don't really speak English. I speak the language we learned in Quebec was French, so where my accent is from. And we also at home we spoke our mother tongue, which was German. So yeah, I'm born in Europe, Switzerland, and immigrated as a young child to Canada, and that's where I grew up, 25 years.
All right. When did your interest in aviation first begin? Was there a specific moment or event that inspired you to become a pilot?
Yeah, it was. It was when we immigrated to Canada. That's exactly when that happened. I believe that's where it happened. When we took that plane from Zurich to Montreal. And I remember like it was yesterday, I went into the cockpit to visit the pilots. Back then we could still visit them. And well, the captain I think was smoking, and there was a young lady there as a passenger and talking, chatting. So I found it all pretty cool. And I remember my mother telling me you sat in your passenger chair just like you were the king, like you felt so good, comfortable. So yeah, that was a big moment where I decided. I think that's where it came to my mind. I want to do this. I want to fly planes.
All right, next segment. Early influences in education.
No, I scratched that out. No.
So the question is, what steps did you take as a child or teenager to explore your passion for applying?
Yeah. So you're not natural. You're not natural. Yeah. Look, I fucking don't read well, but I read like that. What step did you take as a child or teenager to explore? Like,
Outside.
slowly.
Sorry, I'm just.
Hey, you talk to me like that. See, you talk like that, like the way you talk to
Oh,
me.
I'll use my.
Normal fucking voice. You're good.
All right.
There's nothing wrong with your voice. You have a better English than I have. So
Alright.
just be fucking natural.
Okay.
Yeah.
What steps did you take as a child or teenager to explore your passion for applying?
Yeah. So I was obsessed with planes from the time I remember. So anything I get a hands on, like reviews, magazines, and yeah, like most pilots, we glued planes together, and I hang them up in my room. And then there was a time when I saw on TV, I watched a TV show, and there were those kids, 13 years old, with their uniform, and they were air cadets. So I said, I want to join those guys. And when I found out there was like an organization, an air cadet squadron just nearby where we live, well, I decided to join them. And that was awesome because I could be part of the same crowd, people who like aviation, and so that was, yeah, I always want to be close to whoever, to planes. The parents would show me, or my aunties, when I would go back to Switzerland, they would take me to the airports, would take me to the air base just to watch plane take off and landing. So
All right.
that's pretty much, huh? So I get your fucking batteries, huh?
Old,
What about buy a new battery or something?
old cameras problem.
Old camera or batteries? Buy new batteries.
That's good now.
Hmm. Yeah, it's good when you just be natural like that, Talaga. You are who you are. And that's what's all about this, this doing this social media and me in doing that. You don't need to be bloody, I don't know what. Don't know what you need to be, just be you, like I am. So you can just read normally. Huh? Yeah, that's it. Clap, clap.
All right. Next question. How did your upbringing shape your approach to pursuing your dream?
Well, I grew up, my parents never, they never told us what to do. They never told me you should be this or that, like some parents do. They just always remind me to just to do something that makes you happy and don't work in a factory, because factory workers, well, when the production of cars stops, then you're out of jobs. So do something that you really love and you're passionate about it, and they supported this, and that's something, that's how I grew up. So that dream I had, no one stopped me to have that dream, and I pushed and hard work. I grew up on a dairy farm, worked very hard, and I also learned everything was possible. Someday things were not doing well, but they just kept at it. We keep working. My dad always said if we didn't had a good day today, we'll just have to work hard the next day, to keep up. So that's I learned a lot from home, the way we worked and the values we had. That helped me a lot to succeed in life as well.
On challenges and determination. So the question is, what were some of the biggest challenges you faced in your journey to become a pilot?
Well, I remember the biggest challenge was to pass the bloody writing exam. I think I did it like 10 times. Yeah, I'm just so bad in theory. I never open a book. That's the first problem. I don't open books. From all my school years, from primary to high school, I hated school. So I never opened a book, very rarely. And that was the same. I was good in practical, but yeah, the biggest challenge was the theory. There was a time, eventually, I found someone, and that person really helped me out, and I clicked, and that was no more a problem. I just had to open the books, and I started to love reading, and that changed a lot. But yeah, my biggest obstacle at the beginning was to pass my exams, and that's the biggest challenge I had, the theory.
Alright. How did you stay motivated and overcome obstacles along the way?
I don't know, I just never had this in mind you just keep working at it. Keep working at it. It's just something you cannot not do. I have to become a pilot, I have to fly planes, or I have to be close to them. Sometimes I think I didn't even think I'd become a pilot, but I would say I would work at the airport, I would clean the toilets, whatever, I would go work at the tower, I would just do anything. But along the way, yeah, I finally managed to become a pilot, but you just never stop. You gotta dream.
Did you ever have doubts or consider giving up on your dream? How did you push through those moments?
Yeah, of course, lots of doubts. I'm still doubting now. You always doubt. That's always part of something when you do things, you always doubt of yourself. And giving up, especially in entrepreneurship, I don't think there was a day at the beginning or first year, there was not a day I was not thinking of giving up. But of course, this just goes to your mind, but you never give up because this is what it is, that's what you want. You know that giving up is the failure. It's not failing while doing it, but the giving up is the failure. So yeah, you never give up, even though it comes across your mind all the time. You just have to keep doing it, keep at it, yep, and that's how you do it.
On flight training in early career. So the question, can you walk us through your flight training experience? What was it like and what did you learn?
Yeah, I love the flight training is always the best part. I think it is the most interesting part. Everything is new. You start to fly this aircraft, you line up on the runway like a big aircraft. Even though you fly like a small teeny plane, you already see yourself as the jumbo jet captain lined up on the runway with the white stripe on the runway going down, and the smell of the fuel, the engine running, the power when you push on the power, you can feel that, and then the acceleration of that small plane, teeny plane, and yeah, and then the rotation. So, and my instructor, they were awesome. Most of them, they're eager to fly. They love what you were doing. So very good times. And I remember my mother, the first, I did my private because a lot of license to pass, but my private, she used to wait there and watch us arriving, departing, and yeah, it was very good fun. It took many years. So, but this is my first. When I was doing my private, I remember that was my first experience with the plane. I was already feeling myself up in the airline, flying the big jets. Even though I was very far still from that. It took me many years before I got to that level. So, yeah, good memories.
All right. How did your first flying experiences shape your career and passion for aviation?
I don't think not sure. That's a strange question. Because I was always I don't know how to answer that question.
Right, next. What were the key milestones in your early career as a pilot?
Well, I got passing my written exam for my private license. That was the milestone. Yeah, finally over. I did it so many times I couldn't go back for 3 months the first time. Then I failed another few exams, then they stopped me for 6 months to going back to do it again. So when I finally passed it, yeah, that was something that even a dream to become a pilot was like seemed like to be easy compared to passing my exam. But there you go. Huh? Don't be afraid to fail. Yeah.
Okay, transition to seaplane aviation. What inspired you to transition from traditional aviation to seaplane flying?
Yeah, a seaplane, I saw a TV show once and I saw those guys flying at the Havilland Beaver, the one we got now in Horizon Sun Charter. And they looked to me like farmers, and I say, shit, that looks cool. I'd like to do this because I grew up on a farm and I like hard working. And those guys, they were doing a lot of work. They were loading up their bush plane with hunters and also cargo. They were going on those far remote place in Canada, and they had skis, floats in the summer. So yeah, I was really interested to do this, like seaplane flying. So when I got my commercial, well, during my commercial, I went to a place where I used to do my flying school. That company had a bush aviation division up in northern Quebec, which is not that far. North Quebec, it's about 2-hour to 3-hour drive from Montreal. And I took seaplane flying with those guys, and I actually had two nice, real good guys, seaplane professional bush pilot training me for 7 hours, and then yeah, that's how I did it. It was awesome. So I learned to fly with real bush pilots in a real bush airplane base, and yeah, so that was that story in TV inspired me, and I say I want to do this, I want to fly those bush planes because it seems to be the kind of thing I like to do, working hard like they do, and it's like driving a tractor, flying a plane where you're like one of those, yeah, call themselves like almost flying farmers somehow, huh?
Alright. How did you acquire the skills and certifications needed to become a seaplane pilot?
Well, like I just said, I went to the Bush division, the flying school I was with. They had a seaplane division where they were doing commercial seaplane flying with bush planes, Beaver, Otters, and so they had a small teeny aircraft, and I took my seaplane rating there.
What unique challenges does seaplane aviation present compared to other types of flying?
Well, a seaplane has a lot of, well, you land on lakes, on rivers. There is no books about the dimension of lakes. You need to be able to judge the distance you need to take off with the aircraft, with the weight. So a lot of common sense, a good judgment. The weather also, many places we go, we don't have weather. So, or you find someone in camp who lives there that we can call, and then you can get the weather from those guys. But it's a lot of, you rely on your own, you're pretty much on your own. There's no support, there's no logistic around to give you all the details about the lake. You need to check obstacles in the lake, if there's rocks, or so a lot of decision makings that you got to do in bush flying, which is seaplane. So it's a challenge. At the beginning we didn't have GPS, so we used map. So we had to map, and you have to remember, you have to have your finger on the map and make sure you don't remove your finger, or sometimes you could be like, where are we now? Huh? It all looks the same. So many lakes, and there's so many lakes on the map. So yeah, there's a lot of challenges, but can be done. It's, I think, one of the most interesting flying there is seaplanes, because you're always in the nature most of the time. So it's very, very good, and you're close to people. And that's another story, but the life of a seaplane pilot is can be very interesting.
Okay, on overseas experience and becoming an air pilot. What led you to begin working overseas in 2001, starting in Madagascar?
Yeah. So I always wanted to work overseas. Since as a kid. So flying for me is an adventure. My life is an adventure, and I always saw myself like in Africa, and the dusty place, and in the bars, and you know, Indiana Jones. I think I watched so many Indiana Jones movies. But yeah, so that was just a normal steps to go work overseas as a pilot.
How did your experiences in Madagascar shape your perspective on aviation and work in challenging environments?
Yeah, so Madagascar was my first experience as a pilot overseas. I've been overseas before as a person looking for a job or a tourist. And so I discovered, you know, the process of getting a license in a different country, like in Africa, Madagascar, all that process, getting license, getting in a different culture, getting trained up, working on a contract. It's all unique to where you come from your country, where everything is already known by you for many years. Now you go to a different place, things a bit different. So adjustment, and that's where you learn that things are not all working the same everywhere. So adaptability is one of the big quality that you need to have if you work overseas. You need to be able to adapt yourself.
All right. Can you share highlights or challenges from your time working in Indonesia, Switzerland, Afghanistan, and Papua New Guinea?
Well, they all have the different challenges. Nothing really big challenges. Some place like in Switzerland, I remember I was working for a person that had this seaplane, but we're not doing much, so boredomness was maybe a challenge. But the other place I went, like in Afghanistan, very, very busy. Challenge, the weather, very challenging, the weather. The winter can be very winter, lots of snow. And the summer can be hot, and then sandstorms. And you fly in the very big mountains, and you can also fly in the desert. So that's a challenge. But that's all part of the bush flying in Canada. I learned that from the West Coast, helped me a lot to adapt myself in those kind of area. So, and I think that's what it is, yeah. The more I did, the more I got used to it, the more I got experience, the easier it became. So the challenges is to fly safe. That was the biggest challenge, to make sure that the plane you fly is well maintained, that you make the right decision, that you get the right information, because that's sometimes very hard to get, but that's it. The people, the culture, that's stay safe also on the ground. You have to remember where you are. If you're in Afghanistan, you have to remember there's some war going on, you should stay safe. If you're in certain place, yeah, maybe going out at night is not really what you should do. So always remember where you are and respect that, play safe, don't get yourself in trouble, then everything else should be fine.
What was it like transitioning from one country to another, especially when dealing with vastly different aviation environments?
Yeah, I think that's okay, no? We just answered that before.
Okay.
Yeah.
How did your role evolve as you gained more experience in international aviation?
My role, I didn't really want to look. I didn't have a role. I didn't want to have a role. I just want to do my own adventure. I never looked into become a manager or anything like that, or I just looked for more adventure, experience, improve my skills, knowledge. That's all I was after. Not the glory, not the money, just the countries, new type of aircraft, new flying, interesting, not boring, challenge. That's all I care.
What led you to eventually settle in the Philippines and start your own seaplane service?
Yeah, I guess, that's the calling of everyone who's turning 40. When you turn 40, you feel like, oh, I need to make a family, or I need to do a business, something needs to change. And some do it, some don't. I decided to do it, yes, to become the owner of my own seaplane company in Palawan and start this new adventure, which is it's a big one of the biggest adventure I've done so far. So, and I like the Philippines. It's a very nice country. People are very kind. I feel it's the right place. It's a perfect place to do what I do now.
Founding Horizons on Charters. So the question, what motivated you to start your own seaplane service, Horizons and Charters?
I like to work. So I work very hard for the people, very hard. There's even a guy who took me out for a drink when I left, or maybe someone could say he took me out for a drink because he was happy to see me leave. But I'd like to say no, it was just say that I worked hard for him and I deserve to have a drink with him. So that was very nice. So I like to work hard, and it's why do I not work for myself hard? And I think that's it. If you want to do something like this, you really need to love to work hard, and you should not be counting the number of hours you work, because especially when you have your own business, it's endless. You never stop working. So, and well, I said I wanted to do it. So if I say something, I have to do it. So there you go. Because I say it and I like to work, that's why I did it.
Can you describe the journey of turning your idea into a reality? What were the initial steps you took to establish the business?
So it starts from early, even before you actually do it. It starts early on to educate yourself about business. When you want to run a business or start a business, you should know. I'm a pilot, that's what I am good at. But I don't specifically know about maintenance, I don't specifically know about management, business, I don't know anything about business, I don't even know how to start a business. So then you start to learn about it. So I spent time in the hangar and I was working in the airline and started to learn with the mechanics there and see how they do it, how they maintain, what's the procedure, the process of all that. That was still very useful to me to know the process of maintenance, how things supposed to be done. I also early on started to write manuals. In an airline, there's so many manuals. And so I started to do that early on, like 3 years before I started to write those manuals. I have been working in an airline like I did, helped me a lot. If I didn't work for an airline, it would have been harder to start a business like what I do, because I have a really good understanding of the process of running an airline. Even as a pilot, you learn the procedure, you learn all the regulations, you learn how things work in the process, and that helped me out big time to make my business work as a process. So yeah, it starts early. You got to be interested in to learn about it, because when you're doing it, there's still a lot to learn about the business. It's a never-ending process.
What were the biggest challenges you faced in launching and growing Horizons on Charters?
The biggest challenge, it still is a big challenge, is the lack of infrastructure for seaplane in the Philippines. Is to find a hangar with a ramp, or actually find land to build my own hangar, because our seaplane has no wheels. It's a straight float, so you cannot. Or else you could have just leased the hangar at the airport and just call it a day. But no, I have to find a place, a location where the water was calm, protected, and where we could have a ramp for a hangar, because civil aviation required us to have a hangar. So after a few years, I found a hangar with a ramp, but that was an eureka moment. But the biggest challenge was the infrastructure, and it's still a challenge. But yeah, that's one of the biggest one.
On success and growth, How do you define success in your business, and what achievements are you most proud of?
Well, the success for me right now is that we are still here operating, and we are still in business after 9 years. We started in 2015. It took us many years to get the process, the papers, the authorization. Then we had the COVID, and we started operate after the COVID in 2022, March 2022. And up to this day now, over 2.5 years, we're still here, strong. We have no debts. We're able to pay all our bills, and we're still here, kicking. So for me, that's an amazing success. What the success in the future look like, no one knows except the future. But today, that's the success we're celebrating.
Alright. What role did grief and perseverance play in your journey from a childhood dream to a successful business owner?
What role?
What role did grief?
What are you future? What role did you? What role did grief and perseverance play in your journey? Yeah, childhood. All right. You can say it again. See.
Alright. And what role did grief and perseverance play in your journey from a childhood dream to a successful business owner?
Shit. You say grit,
Grit.
and
Perseverance.
grit and perseverance. It's 100% of it. It is nothing less. Without grit, getting up each time you fall, without getting up and moving forward, nothing will happen. So it played everything in my life so far,
Alright.
from childhood to now and the future, guaranteed.
Wonderful. How have you seen your business evolve since its inception, and what do you envision for its future?
So the business evolved. You have to look at it from inside. If you look from outside, well, there is an office, there is a hangar, seaplane ramp, but we improved our product. We found more what we. When you first asked me what I would do, I said I would do charters. But as I went, I discovered we could do this, we could do that, and you learn a lot by doing it, and what works, what doesn't work. So we increased our products, and we are more confident. People now, because we've been around for 2.5 years, we got more demands, we got bigger customers, but we still have one plane. And it doesn't look like much, but for me, I know it's been satisfying as we went. So, and the future like the present now from the previous, I didn't know what the present would look like today. So I cannot even tell you what the future looks like, because with all the ideas you could have, imagination, you need to have that vision, but things constantly change, and I don't know, how do you say it? Things go, you don't know, it's unexpected. You meet people, you meet opportunities, and that's what makes things happen. Even though you have maybe this kind of idea, but which is the nice part, is that you don't actually know what will happen in the future. But we hope we'll be dominating Palawan, give Palawan one of the first and best seaplane service there is. And let's see how that works out. But that's the vision.
All right. What are the most important lessons you've learned throughout your career and entrepreneurial journey?
Yeah, mission lesson. There's a lot of lessons I learned. Trust yourself. Everything you can imagine is something you can do. You can do it. You need to trust, believe in yourself. You're the only one who can make it. Self-reliable. And you do have to trust other people. You need to find the right people. And then ask questions. Always ask questions. Keep learning. don't be worried, don't be afraid, don't be worried about looking like a fool. Yeah, just be yourself, and you'll attract people that are like yourself, and even better. So never give up. Everything is possible. Oh man, yeah, I learned so much.
How has your perspective on success and ambition changed over the years?
Everything is possible, and I can do it. Because sometimes you, of course, if you've never done it, I'm not a business guy, I cannot do this, I cannot do that, but shit, yes, you can, because there's no rules. You can be whoever you want to be, and that changed a lot someone's perspective when you realize that you can just do anything you want. That's a big change in someone's life.
What advice would you give to someone who has a childhood dream but is unsure how to pursue it?
Yeah, you're never gonna be sure. You have a dream. I think that's the best. You have to go forward and find any way you can to achieve that dream. And no one knew anything about anything when they first started. That's just normal. But you need to take the courage and to pursue your dream. That's where you're gonna find the most happiness in your life. Is to pursue your dream. And when you're scared, that's good. That's because you're in the right place.
Alright. How do you balance your passion for flying with the demands of running the business?
Yeah, so flying is my passion. When I go fly, I'm in the stars. I'm happy. Running a business is not my passion, but it's a necessity. I enjoy it because for me now it's a challenge. How can I improve this? How can I reach those people out? Just doing this, what I'm doing now, I never thought I'd do this. It's not my type of personality to go in front of camera, but that's what I got to do now. So that's what motivates me. I can change things. So, but yeah, flying is always what I like, and it's not gonna change. Business is a necessity I need to do. I need to get good at it. That's the part of the game, and I'll take it, and yeah, that's it. So that's part of life. You don't know. It's like a desert, right? You cannot eat your desert all the time. You need to eat vegetables. You need to eat the stuff that you may not like, but you need to do it. You need to eat them to keep you healthy. Same in business. There's stuff you don't like, but you got to do it because it's needed. And then you appreciate that you can still fly because you're doing the business that makes you plane fly. You need to find those clients to keep you happy flying planes. So you have to have them all working together.
What keeps you motivated and excited about your work today?
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. For me, it's to find more clients, to find new ideas. Sometimes I got ideas and I just cannot sleep, or I want to get up early and I just go work. That's stimulating when you find new ideas, new obsession, or a new dream, and when you can improve things. Yeah, that's very valorizing. How do you call it? Valorizing, right? Arefa? We don't know.
Valor?
Yeah, it's just stimulating. Stimulates. Very stimulating. Yeah.
What are your future goals for Horizons and Charters and your career in aviation?
I just do what we do and improve it. And if I can help people, if I can help medical equation, if I can bring that to the local people for a cheap price, or get the government to help us to fund that, create a business that people find values, the clients are looked after, they're happy, and we create something meaningful for not only for me but for the people working with us. Yeah. You need to create meaningful things, and that's meaningful, something that works well. Yeah.
How do you hope to impact the aviation industry, particularly in the seaplane sector?
I don't know. I'm not looking to impact anything. I'm looking to change. Not even to change. I just want to do what I do, and integrity, to be honest, what I do. I want to do the right thing for myself, for the people around me, and I want to pursue this the best I can, and the further I can, and the best service. If I impact or change something, that's a bonus, but it's not like it wasn't for me to find a management role or to become a leader or making big money. It's also not my goal to change the world. I want to just what I do, or I just want to do it right, and do it right for the people, do it right for myself, and if people around me, I want them to be also happy and to be well. So yeah, if I can help people more than if I can impact aviation, yeah, let's see.
What legacy do you want to leave behind as both a pilot and business owner?
Legacy is saying, I like that the seaplane in the Philippines will become more mainstream, and that we'll make it big enough that the government may become interested to help us build infrastructure for the seaplane. I think that's the best I could achieve, is to create an environment where we can have a driving seaplane business in the Philippines that can bring a lot of values to the community and the country.
Closing thoughts. Looking back on your journey, what would you say to your younger self who dreamed of becoming a pilot?
Man, you don't know, you just keep dreaming. Just keep dreaming. How would I say that? You have no idea where you're gonna go, but you're gonna have fun. You're gonna enjoy it. Yeah, so proud of you, man.
Is there anything else you'd like to share about your journey, or any final thoughts for aspiring pilots and entrepreneurs?
Yeah, no, it's follow your dream, do what you want to do. Do good for people, do good for you. Be scared, that's the best. Be scared, jump off the plane. Jump off the plane in a figurative way. Yeah, and just go for it. It's one life, very short. You were not born for so many years that you're going to be dead for so many more years. This is the moment. You got only one moment, but so you have to take it, go for it. Don't follow the mainstream. Follow the odd stream and just be yourself. Yeah, and enjoy. Go for it. That's all I can say. Yeah. Is that it?
Rock.
Yeah. Yeah, if you can, long video, short.
Right. I'll just do first the shorts
Yeah.
after the long, so I can arrange it properly. Okay.
Maybe we can do the first few first again, because I feel I'm more into it than before.
First view.
Yeah, what's the first few questions? I check the first few questions. Yeah, do more. Yeah, it took some time to get at ease. And I like this to be more a conversation than a question. That's sometimes not easy. Yeah. Is that possible? Like, you can take, like, I don't know, maybe the few questions, the first few questions, if I can improve them. Yeah, the start.
But we already took that like 3 right?
No, not that many.
Okay. First 3 questions?
I don't know. Okay. But I think we can improve that. What is the question? You have a question? Yeah. And question happened. Can you share your video? Yeah, that's okay. You just need to cut out stuff. Sometimes it's too long, you know?
Yeah.
And make it. Let's see what happens. You put the price on those things, not yet. Yeah? You did that?
Small one.
Yeah. Hmm.
Because it's something very hard to get.
Hi, that's it. 2 people watching. Let's say Noah.
Feature that's how it work is to for products and you're more confident.
So this is the pictures. Oh yeah? These are for sale, huh? What about this one?
The same size. I just put the 3 sizes. That 12 by 18.
Hmm.
This one is 16 by 24.
Which one?
16 by 24.
That's 18K.
Yeah. This one is 12 by 18, 9K.
9K.
Yes.
Smaller or what?
Smaller, this one.
Ah, yeah, that's a
The
picture.
size, the 12 by 18.
That's the size here, huh? Not,
Hmm.
yeah, that's only the picture. It's not the frame.
No.
Picture only, yeah?
Yes.
What is this one?
It's just the same.
It's okay. You can put this, you know, because like me, also I just. What is this for? How much? Just put the tag. Yeah. Just put the tag na lang.
Let me get the mic set.
Yeah. That's it.
Now this way.
How's that?
Good.
Good. It's small. I need.
Be. So it's the same size with that one.
Huh?
It's the
Yeah.
same size with the. Come here. I will take a picture.
Yeah.
I learned that from the West Coast, that a lot.
Yeah.
And I like myself in those kind of area. So,
Smile.
and I think that's what it is. Yeah.
Not like
The more
that.
I did,
Yeah.
the more I got used to it, the more I got experience, the easier it became. So the challenges is to fly safe. Which up to them is success considerably.
Almost 1 hour.
Yeah.
Almost 1 hour.
Yeah. This is not the.
It's clear.
What's that question?
And then you
Hi.
appreciate it. It's the flying. Because
The challenges.
doing the business that makes you fail far. You need to find
It's not
those
fucking,
clients to keep you happy flying planes.
Overseas players.
That's the, you have to have it all working together. So that was really nice. This is been flying with Wilson. From all my school years, of primary, high school, elementary school. So, Hunters, also Carnival.
Is that a mix? Mix?
Yeah, I just jumped in.
Ah, yeah, because shit, it's fucking. What made you begin working overseas because of. I leave those 2 here, so I can have them here.
Should have Hanger.
So that's the mic, three mic. You can have three mic.
Yeah. For conversation.
What's that brand?
CW.
Yeah. What's that microphone?
Mid.
Have your phone? That's your phone.
Yes.
Yeah. Where's my phone?
There.
Huh?
What are you doing?
Ah, yeah. That's my phone. Okay, then, guys, we have to let you go. Huh? I'm gonna use my phone for
Babush.
some work. Thanks for being with us. Bye.
Babush.
Babush.
Yep.
We have a lot of viewers. Thank you, viewers.
Thank you.
Babushka.